Welcome to Rainbow Network Media. Please kindly subscribe to this channel for interesting news. Thank you all for listening. The government of Lagos and Rivers State have expressed their readiness to begin the collection of value-added tax in accordance with the judgment of a Federal High Court in Port Harcourt, which rules that states and not the Federal Inland Revenue Service should be collecting VAT and personal income tax. Already, the Rivers State Governor Lemse Wike had signed into law the bill that empowers the state to collect VAT, while the Lagos State Government said it had already notified all the stakeholders involved in the payment and receipt of VAT of it resolved to enforce the judgment to the letter. This is in spite of the opposition by the FRRS, which already filed an appeal against the judgment, and some northern states who said they prefer the federal government to continue collecting the tax. Justice Stephen Palm, who delivered the judgment on August 10, 2021, also restrained the FIRS and the Attorney General of the Federation from demanding the taxes from the residents of the Rivers State, which by implication affects other states. VAT is charged on the supply of goods and services in Nigeria, including those imported into the country, except the goods and services specifically exempted under the VAT Act. By virtue of the Finance Act 2020, which took effect on February 1st, 2020, the value-added tax charged on affected goods and services rose from 5% to 7.5% yearly. VAT contributes significantly to the total revenue generated by the government. Prior to the court judgment, however, the FIRS, an agency of the federal government, had the responsibility of collecting VAT on behalf of the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. The sum collected is then shared among the three tiers of government, which the federal government taking 15%, the states 50%, local government 35%. However, while signing the value-added tax, Law Number 4 of 2021 and some other bills into law, Wike said, "We, River State, are standing on the path of history as representatives of the state to have taken the bull by the horns to challenge the illegality of the federal government through the Federal Inland Revenue Services." So guys, presently in Gombe State, the chairman Internal Revenue Service, Abubakar Tata, argued that states lack the capacity to effectively carry out that responsibility, noting that the consumption of tax states were allowed to collect had not been optimally done. He added, there are certain taxes that the federal government collects on behalf of the state because we have the Joint Tax Board according a tax box account where all the collection regarding value-added tax is paid into and later shared based on the allocation formula. At the moment, not all the states are collecting the consumption tax because of issues like capacity enforcement and other issues surrounding tax administration. at the lower level, particularly at the state level, if you stripped the federal government of the power to compel any company or tax-paying entity operating in Nigeria to make the payment, and you give the power to states level of collecting, we are seeing at the moment will not be the same. So guys, there's a controversy here concerning the collection of VAT. Lagos Rivers has already started to collecting VAT, while the people at the north says that they prefer the federal government to collecting the tax than for the state to collect tax. But however, the bill has already been passed into law in the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt, which rules that the state and not the Federal Inland Revenue Service should be collecting VAT and personal income tax. So guys, what do you think concerning this news? Please let us know your thoughts. Your views are highly welcome, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more updates. Thank you all for listening.